Hello and welcome to a Let's Play of Star Trek Voyager Elite Force. It's a first-person shooter in the Star Trek universe, based on the Voyager series. Not much to say about it, so let's just get started. New game, normal difficulty, male main character, and let's go.
On Stardate 48315.6, the USS Voyager was transported beyond our control, 70,000 light-years across the galaxy to the Delta Quadrant. There, without aid from Starfleet, we began our 70-year journey home. In our numerous encounters, we came into contact with many dangerous and violent species. Having a limited crew with no chance of reinforcements, we determined that we needed a specialized team to handle the more dangerous situations. Tuvok, Voyager's chief of security, assembled an elite force of security personnel named the Hazard Team. Ensign Monroe is second in command of this uniquely trained team. Equipped with 7 of 9's experimental anti-Borg weapon, the Infinity Modulator, the Hazard Team has beamed to a Borg cube on a dangerous mission. However, the team was quickly overwhelmed, and the iMod is now in the hands of the Borg. Separated from the rest, Monroe is attempting to rescue the team.
Monroe to Tuvok. I've been cut off from the rest of the Hazard Team. I don't know where they are.
Mr. Monroe, we have isolated your team members' life signs. They appear to be trapped in the tertiary power modulation chamber. Rescue them at any cost.
Acknowledged. Tertiary what?
Rescue your teammates, reclaim the iMod from the Borg.
I've uploaded your mission objectives and tactical information. Review it now before proceeding.
Shooting and destroying Borg distribution nodes will deactivate green force fields and also Borg enemies nearby. Borg enemies will adapt to your weapons and create full body shielding, making your weapons useless against them. Only engage in combat if absolutely necessary. The new iMod weapon was specifically designed to penetrate Borg body shields. This is the best weapon to use against the Borg since they cannot adapt to it. So we don't want to start shooting unless absolutely necessary. There are 2 weapons, a phaser and a compression rifle. Borg distribution node. So all the local boards get shut down. Energy terminal. Phaser weaponry. Compression rifle uses this energy. Phaser recharges itself over time, so it's you always have at least this weapon. Okay, there's a health terminal here. Probably another place we need to go. Borg down there. Infinity Modulator. One of our crew members, and what else? Weapon energy, health energy. objective should be to get the weapon first.
Monroe! My savior! See, I'm lunatic! Monroe, get me out of here! Where's that control panel there? Thanks, Monroe. Let's go.
Let's go. He has a compression rifle, so he'll adapt to his shots very quickly. I need to be the one killing things.
Thanks, Monroe. I'll get Odell back to the ship.
Resistance is futile.
Another her health terminal.
Hey, blue force field? I don't see a dis node here. Must have a special power source. I'd come with you if I had an iMod, but let's say I stay here and hold down the fort. Hey, nice shooting, Monroe.
Yeah, I don't think you're taking this seriously. So my impression is that
Hey, Monroe, if you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm not going in after you.
I think this is a simulation. Because he's pretty much giddy at this point. Doesn't take this seriously at all.
Hey, the force field's down. What the? What did I come here? Some Borg just beamed in and they're.
Entering new area. Why not?
You must comply. You will be assimilated.
Of course I will.
Save your intent.
These things would be great. I mean, shoot something there and explode the Borg away. But since we have the iMod, it's pointless. Our weapons work just fine as long as we have this.
You must comply.
We have to rely on a phaser and a compression rifle that we can. We basically have maybe a handful of kills before our weapons become entirely useless.
You must comply.
Sir, I was hit. The Borg took the team through there.
Out, Chang.
You will be assimilated.
Okay, there are elevators basically for us here. fine. There's a health terminal up there, but I don't think it's worth visiting really. They're in great shape. I'm a bit surprised things have been going so smoothly. We have a lot of places to go too, so... So how long are we gonna keep on doing this? Rescue your teammates. Ah.
Monroe! Thank God. Get us out of here! Monroe to Voyager. I've located the hazard team. There's
Acknowledged, Ensign. See if you can locate the control console for the force field.
That's not much for us to do.
Hey, be careful. It's not working. I don't have time for this. No, wait! Don't! I told you. Well, what was I supposed to do?
Mr. Monroe, your tactical approach was, shall we say, tactless.
All right, hazard team, report to debriefing. Nice going, Monroe.
Sir, if I may. Wasn't I supposed to know the panel would explode?
That point is not relevant, Mr. Monroe. A given situation is not as predictable as you might desire. Your reckless decision has caused the death of you and your teammates. You have failed. Had you followed standard hazard team procedures, you may have survived the simulation and achieved your mission objectives.
Yes, sir. Procedure.
Speak freely, Ensign. Deck 4.
With all due respect, sir, I don't think procedure would have mattered. There wasn't any way I could have possibly rescued them.
Someday, Mr. Monroe, you may be called upon to do the impossible. Consider this to be your personal Kobayashi Maru.
Red alert. All hands to battle stations.
Computer, Reroute turbolift to the bridge.
Status.
Captain, we have reports of secondary EPS conduits on decks 8 and 9 rupturing.
Warp drive is offline.
What happened?
We responded to a distress signal from a derelict vessel and it opened fire.
Tuvok, they don't respond to hails. Maybe we need to send a clearer message. Target their weapon systems and disable them.
Firing phasers. Direct hit. Phasers had no discernible effect. Aft shields are down, Captain. Rerouting auxiliary power to the shields.
Captain, I'm getting reports of extensive damage on decks 9 and 10. We're not going to survive another hit.
Photon torpedoes, full spray.
Torpedoes away.
Everyone all right?
I am undamaged.
What just happened?
Captain, we seem to have been torn from normal space. I think we've been pulled through some sort of isodimensional rift.
Where are we?
Apparently, here, Captain. Sensors and most of Voyager's primary systems are offline. Until repairs are made, it may be difficult to ascertain exactly where here is.
I like the fact that it's playing like an episode of Voyager, but it's totally pointless watching a ship fly around in space against a pretty background. And it's not the Voyager theme music anyway.
Captain's log, stardate 53854.7. Voyager was attacked by an unknown force and transported to some kind of starship graveyard, whereabouts unknown. The ship is heavily damaged. Communications, propulsion, and other systems are offline. Until repairs are done, we're utterly helpless. Stranded. Let's get this ship back together, Chakotay. Get damage control online. Harry, find out what you can about those other ships, and exactly where we are.
Aye, Captain.
Captain, there's a containment leak in engineering. If we can't get it sealed, we're going to have a warp core breach.
Ensign Monroe, you're wearing a hazard suit. Get down to engineering and help Alana seal that leak.
So, take the turbolift to engineering, I'll take the button. Fine.
Captain, we're drifting. Attempting to compensate with maneuvering thrusters.
The game doesn't really save itself. Shit. So there's no real autosave feature. this might be a problem. I guess I'll just have to basically make saves every sort of as a waypoint that we can return back to if something goes really, really wrong.